Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We are playing in the hardcore solo self-out Incursion League as a Vaal Arc trapper. And we are gonna run another Incursion temple today.
I did it.
Alpha has found the way.
We did it. The location of the...
So let's go in so she can stop talking. So we've got two sections. We got the left-hand section. There's a treasury here. There's a splinter research lab. And from here we can go to the cultivar chamber, which only has an architect to kill. And then the armorer's workshop, which will have a couple of chests with armor. Then we have to backtrack over here to the storm of corruption. Tier 3. So contains a valuable item. That seems helpful. Then probably the lightning workshop, which is just going to be an architect kill. And it boosts the omnitect. Chasm, nothing special there, so we can just go through it. Jewelry forge, again, just with some jewelry and an architect. Cloister is not upgraded. Hall of offerings, can sacrifice a unique there. Tier 2, we'll see. Might find something valuable to sacrifice, since I don't really have anything exciting. But we'll probably backtrack once we get here, and then it's the apex fight with the boss. Let's see what area level this is. I've got a good hope it's 29, and indeed it is 29. So Avenue Barracks is 29, the docks is 29, and it seems like it tries to stick to the highest level you've cleared if everything else is roughly in the same neighborhood. There's probably some cheating prevention in there, so you can't just run 10 incursions in Twilight Strand.
No wonder it's lost.
And then have one actually high level.
Shouldn't be too far from here though.
Let's see, monsters have variety and we got caustic plants. And monsters have a little bit more life. But other than that, there's nothing truly exciting or dangerous going on here. Well, nothing more dangerous than the area already is. Okay, rare. Let's load up. And remember, portaling in and out here takes 2 portals usually. So I might want to grab some extra portal scrolls just because. Oh, that's a lot of enemies. And here we have our entrance.
Atzoatl.
So head left to the treasury. Hello everybody. I'll take that chromatic orb. Just staying mobile. So all the projectiles and things fired at you are not going to be where you are. Seems like a good thing. Okay, so that one worked rather well with some bad traps. And then a lightning. Why are you... Ah, you're regenerating. Okay. We're wondering, like, why is that one not dying as it should? Why are the items identified? Okay. Odd things are odd. Let's not wonder about that one too much. So, left for the first time. And this looks very much like a treasure room. Haven't seen the, or haven't noticed the chaos things that everybody has been scared about. But it might be that that's mostly a maps level thing.
Of immense power.
Little bits of currency, and it looks like could there be a boss there? Shade, come on, stand still, be killed.
An orb of immense power.
I do like the amount of loot here. Okay. You are very much someone I don't like to meet. Of course, the Vaal orbs are to be expected here. Oh, I made a small upgrade to my body armor. I found this one as a white one in the shop. Just a upgrade, and the body armor I had previously was not really great. So I'm carrying a little bit more energy shield, and I've got some more evasion now. I think I gained about 4% evasion. just over 50% now. Which is all good for not taking as much damage as you want to take. Or as you should take. Ah, you're the architect. Kind of funny, but the architects, they don't stand out enough visually to really be all that noticeable. So we only have 2 more things remaining. They have some trap throwing speed, which is effectively no attack or cast speed for traps. So getting a couple percent for that, probably helpful, since it boosts our overall DPS. Especially when chain throwing traps at enemies. Okay, so 1 room clear, a bunch more to go. And the Splinter Research Lab. I don't think I've been here yet. So that's gonna be fun. Oh yeah, note to self, throw the siphoning trap first, not last. And Feeble goes up, Grace goes up, that's even more. Defense, okay, 59% chance to evade. Some normal attacks, very high chance to not be affected. And there is a clasped hand. Those are definitely things that could potentially drop splinters. Okay, so with alpha face tanking, works out rather well. Do we accidentally kill the architect, or is it one of those folks again that is just hiding? Yeah, see, that's the setup. They're very inconspicuous, except for the well, effects that they have. I mean, this one definitely does not look friendly. Also, running full on items. Yeah, okay. Note self. Don't pick up the very large items. And there we go. Yeah, 73% when I also have my Stipknight up, and that is of course the base evasion. Effectively, if I manage to blind someone, then the chance to evade things doubles. So 73% chance, that's 27% chance to not get hit. Effectively, or to get hit, that effectively gets cut in half. Put that one away, put that one away. And this one was not connected to anything, so we can go back and then head towards the cultivar chamber. Oh, need to go via there. I'm slowly getting a little bit more grip on how this whole thing works. Empty pockets, that's gonna be helpful. So, fun thing here is we're very close to the waypoint, so might as well use that to save myself some double portaling. And for this time we'll just stash all the things. Just so I have to spend minimal amounts of time sorting through things. I can do that after the episode. Okay, next. And then there. So, cultivar, it's only the poison stuff, so we kill the architect and the large packs, and then we can just move forward. Ooh, siphoning first. Ow. Gotta say, siphon first. Ask questions later. They're just throwing stuff at me. I'm not a big fan. Okay. That's purple. Purple usually means poison. Or chaos. There. I don't like you. There we go. And that's again a very large sword. So let's not be here. All of you. There you go. I would definitely appreciate some more movement speed on this one. Okay, armors. That's another room we're gonna loot. Gilded Thoughts. Oh, look at that. Coat Hide, is that Rim Sorrow? That's a Rim Sorrow, I think. Adds cold damage to spells and attacks. That is something I can potentially benefit from. Cold Resist, Fist to Cold Conversion, and a bit of cold damage reflection. Hello, Architect. There we go. You are no more. Just stacking all the things. So for the thinking a little ahead to the corruption temple where you can sacrifice uniques. I was not quite sure if that is only the uniques that you can sacrifice if you have the special sacrifice stones, or if you can also chuck in any of the uniques and then have a chance of re-rolling them. It's the I think Scissorin did a video on that recently, just going through the various things. I just vaguely recall some of that. Okay, so kind of done here. Need to backtrack. It's annoying that the close bonds are not highlighted, so it's a bit easier to just plan. Because now you have to just keep referring to, okay, which one is it? Where do I have to go? Because I can't go through to there, even though on the map it would appear to be that you could go there. Little quality of life things like that, they could enhance the enjoyment of this thing. Is this a open door, closed door? Look at that, there's a whole bunch of poison stuff here because I'm losing life underneath my ES. It's also where having the siphoning trap comes in handy. Well, you recover your life while you still have your energy shield covering it. Having some life regen, also very helpful. But we're not quite there yet. That's gonna be for later. Let's see, this was a close one, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. And then there's a door. Oop, snakes. Lots of snakes. Shiny. This one looks very shiny. Like it. And let's double check. Where are we? Entrance. Yes, so we need to head to the right. Can't go to the top. That one is locked. Storm of Corruption.
So much potential for good here. What a waste.
Oh, hello, goodbye. Getting some dodge on top of the evasion is gonna be very helpful. Because then there's gonna be some spell dodge in there, so I can have a chance of evading spells rather than only evading attacks. Yo, there you go. Could do with a small item, but there's no more space for large items. Can't rearrange this smartly, so we'll just head up and down to done. Very curious to see just the items we're gonna get from the Omnitect himself. I've seen that. Got 2 useful items, got a couple that are less useful. The higher level we get, the better the other modifiers are going to be, because the temple mods are going to be great. The spell damage, the mana, all the special modifiers. But if you also manage to get a decent chunk of resistance or a nice life bonus on it, that really extends the life expectancy of those specific items. I keep forgetting the storms are actually the storms that are useful to stand in rather than the ones that you want to avoid. It's all too often... Ooh. Tapatante's Ochre Scepter. That is another one of the spell items. So the old one 17 to 33, this is 16 to 25, so the amount of damage is lower. And it's cold. Percentage bonus is top tier, like the other one. Interesting, the damage in general is lower. The entire range is lower. But I suspect that's because cold, of course, has the potential to freeze and chill, so it has a control element. Therefore, the raw damage is lower, whereas fire is only good for raw damage. And lightning damage is very much defined by being incredibly high potential, but lower average. Its top damage is high, and of course, you have the shock to increase damage dealt. But since this build is a lightning build, getting some more lightning damage from one of those special ones would be probably a better deal in general. Double check. Yeah, I went to the correct one, the lightning workshop. So I think I might have skipped the boss in the previous area. Have I? No, just a very small room. So we probably killed the architect. Definitely keep chugging my mana flask here. Would be very lovely to get to more of a endgame state. Usually by the time you get to endgame, you have a larger mana pool from yourself, and the mana cost of spells are not going to go up too much. So you're slightly more mana stable. I'm already running around with multiple 4 links now, so I'm putting quite some stress on my mana compared to my level. Yeah, we needed to head to the right. So that is at that side. Hello everybody. Goodbye everybody. You look like you want some extra attention. Yeah, there we go. Goodbye. Okay, that's maybe a little too much. Not enjoying the spiky damage. And usually, rule of thumb is if you take too much damage, you're probably playing a little too reckless. Or you're just not dodging hard enough. There's a very good chance I'm not doing that. 29, that's Warbuckler. That is what I'm using. We'll wait till the next tier. Ooh, hello everybody. Okay, it was swinging at Alva, not at me, but still not very happy when a large enemy like that starts swinging their weapon around. Oh, open up the door. That was not entirely the plan, because there are still things in here to murder eyes. And just taking small steps aside to dodge potential projectiles. What letters? It is chromatic. This one was just a rare. I'll go for chromatic. I like chromatic items. Always end up recoloring your armor and things like that, so you never really have enough chromes. Here. This was a very nice dead end, and it was a chasm, so I could actually have gone through here. I wonder if some sort of indicator in part of the hut somewhere to show you the name of the room, and if there's some small progress indicators. Now, is there still an architect here? What is the room? So you don't have to keep referring to the overlay and things like that. Could also be helpful. And those kinds of small quality of life improvements seem generally underused as a potential resource. I wonder if that's an engine limitation or a conscious choice or... Okay, someone is chucking stuff at me. You will not do any more chucking. Hey, you, bossy man, person. Goodbye. Okay, got a bunch of jewels. Okay, you know what's good enough time. Let's empty some pockets. How are we? Still reforged, so the next one is going to be the Hall of Offerings. It's a good time to dive into my stash and just pick out one. So, if I got the correct one in mind here, then it's gonna reroll the item into something with the same base type. So here we got some glass. Let's put that one in here. Oh, sloppy. I like it when things are nicely stacked up as rows. So if we're gonna roll, if we are going to reroll base types, so then rolling maybe boots into different boots could be helpful. Nope, rolling a quiver into something else doesn't seem helpful since I don't really care about getting another quiver. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of a risk here, don't really have too much else. So wonder traps are gonna be my sacrificial item. I hope that is how it works, and if not, we'll see. Because there are Deerstalker boots which have trap support built in. That would be a very early 5-link if things work out in an incredible lucky way. For that though, there's still a couple of rare items to plunder. Okay. They are gone. And another glitter trove and more jewels. Oh, that looks like something is striking there, and indeed it is. Okay, so from here we head to the left. Top would be explosives, but we don't have a path towards it. Oh, keep forgetting the poison stuff, they are containers. So you could potentially get some decent loot drops out of them. This is very, very lush. Very cheerful. Also, there's too many enemies there. Oh, just throw a couple traps in, weeding out the opposition a little bit before peeking your head around the corner. Definitely good as a safety precaution. Okay. Ah, even got some of the camerals here. If I were the architect, where would I hide? Because this oh, again, it's a just moving through area, so all we gotta do is get to the area. But I must say, this is a nice looking moving through area. The siphoning trap definitely gives you some decent sustain. And a nice upside of the siphoning is that it does chill enemies, making them a little bit slower, potentially giving you a little bit more control. So let's do a clear before we head to the center. Okay, so phantasms, they cheat, or phantoms, or whatever they exactly are. They cheat since they teleport. They don't trigger all your traps unless they land on top of them. So trapping a doorway with those things present. Not the most productive thing to do. Okay, who's guarding this? No one? Yeah, yes, you are. So let's just Vaal trap it, and there we go. Ooh, look at that. A unique item to potentially sacrifice as well. Also, again, a bunch of pre-identified items. Is that because there are specific mods on there? Ah, they're corrupted. That's why they drop identified. Take reduced extra damage from critical strikes. It's okay, nice bonus, just not quite for this character. And now we do have space for the mage's vestments. Also corrupted. Okay, so blood play, ooh, it's a corrupted one. But it didn't do anything else. I'm assuming the crit strike chance is just a normal one. It is 3 linked. So, table sacrifice. Sacrifice a unique item for another random unique, including items not ordinarily obtainable. So, basically what this says, if you put in a belt, you could potentially get a headhunter. That's basically what they're saying here. Since it is the not ordinarily obtainable means that it grabs 2 different... it has access to other loot tables and maybe some boss specific drops. But I think, you know, the Wonder Trap for a small chance at getting Deerstalkers would be good. And I don't think it is that one. They look too magic-y. Wanderlust. The movement speed, can't be frozen, mana regen. 20% movement speed is not bad actually. Compared to 15 what I have. No resist on here. Can't be frozen is very nice for safety though. Losing a little bit of resists. I'm very tempted. I'll actually just grab him. And then Flame Dash can go back there. And of course, I need to go here. Was there ever anything? I don't think there was anything else there, so we'll just... don't think there was anything there. No other skills, cursors are not there. Okay, we'll just keep it empty. Cool. So sacrifice 1 item for another one of the same base type. And from what I understand, this is a tier 2. So it sacrifices it and you get something of the same class. So you sacrifice boots for boots. And could it be that for the tier 3 it actually looks for the same base? So if I had put in a belt, right now I would have gotten a heavy belt back. If I had put in a unique heavy belt. Or that's for tier 3, and for tier 2 it could probably have been any rare belt. So you get, by narrowing it down to the type, you get more choice over what you want. So if you have the unique item loot tables handy, you could potentially get maximum benefit from it. Okay, arena, let's empty pockets one more time. Also just glancing over at the time, I'm almost at half an hour. I think this is probably twice as fast as the previous run. So now over time I will get faster and faster at this. There was something... This one was... temple item, yes. But I gotta keep the temple items together. If they got temple mods, they go together. And then back to the Ebony Barracks. And use one more porthole. Boss fight. Let's go.
You better be filled with gold.
Okay, that went quickly. Okay, this goes very much faster than the first time at level 13. Okay, and we got it. Wow. Wow. Okay, I like the damage output of this build. Don't think I ever said anything else, but... Oh, another soul catcher. Boo is... Oh well. What other items did I get? Oh, Trapper Staff. +2 to level of socketed trap gems. That's potentially helpful if I were playing a staff build. I'm not. Xopex helmet, so that is the mana buff that I have on my gloves, but now applied to the helmet. And oh, these are just chromatic boots. Nothing special about the rest. Okay. Okay, that was the temple. So nice thing is we cleared that one out.
Exile.
Yeah. So the next time we're gonna run Lunaris Temple and go for the Piety fight and maybe go for Dominus as well. Always depends a little bit on how fast things progress. For now though, I'm gonna thank you very much for watching and hope to see you again next episode. Bye bye.